What's the story, everybody? This is Jonathan from Team ChainBlock coming at you with yet another deck profile. But before we get into it, as always, please like, comment and subscribe. Please check out the links in our description where you will find the links to Kong's cards where you can use discount code ChainBlock5 for 5% off all your purchases. We really appreciate your continued support. It's Christmas time. Ho ho ho. Why not get your YuGiOh friends some nice presents? And yeah, if you can't tell what I'm profiling already, looking at the skill card here from Speed Jills, we are profiling Armed Dragon. So let's hop straight on in. So yeah, Armed Dragon, really funny deck, came out a while ago in Blazing Vortex. And to just start us off, we'll get it out of the way, we are playing 3 of the names. So we are playing level 3 Thunder, level 5 Thunder and level 7 Thunder all at 3. You need to play them at 3. It's what starts your main combo. You'll mainly be starting your combo with Armed Dragon Thunder level 3, but there are ways to cheat out level 5. So they all share pretty much, they are all the same card in terms of what they do. So they all become the original level monster's name. They all share effects where they discard a monster from your hand, specifically a monster, to level themselves up. And they all have unique graveyard effects. So level 3 Thunder is really cool. It's just a draw 1 when it hits the graveyard when sent with an Armed Dragon's effect. Level 5 lets you add any, this is really cool, any level 5 or higher winged dragon monster from your deck to your hand. And then level 7 lets you add an Armed Dragon card from your deck to your hand. Now you're usually adding the level 10 or another Armed Dragon monster, but you can add 2 spells that we are playing. So yeah, let's get on to some single Armed Dragon names. So we are playing one of the brick, the boss monster, Armed Dragon Thunder level 10. Insane card. So he gains effects based on what his attack is increased by. So +1, its name becomes Armed Dragon level 10. +10, control of this card cannot be switched. Pops up, that's pretty good. +100, card cannot be destroyed by battle. +1000, once per opponent's turn you can quick effect send any card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. And if you do, this card gains 1000. If you somehow manage to get this card to 10,000, once per turn you can destroy all other cards in the field. Very rare that you can do that, but it's a really cool effect that is possible. We are playing one of his original name, Armed Dragon level 10. So this card cannot be special summoned or normal summoned. You have to cheat this card out, but you can. And this card can destroy all other face-up cards on the field when you send one card from your hand. Really good face-up monster, really good card, and there's ways to cheat it out. We're playing one Pile Armed Dragon that came out in that Hidden Arsenal set that we don't speak about, but this is probably the best original monster that came out from the set. So you can send any other Wind Dragon monster from your deck or from your hand, or one level 7 or higher dragon monster, and special summon this card. Then if you want, you can send one Armed Dragon monster from your deck to your graveyard and target one card you control. It gains attack by that monster's level times 300. So if you discard or send a level 10, you can target one card in the field and it will get a 3k attack boost, but you can only attack one time that turn. But there's ways that you can attack 3 times in this deck with a 6k monster, which is obviously insane. We are playing 3 Armed Dragon Flash. So Armed Dragon Flash special summons out the level 3, and you can only activate one of these per turn, and it just really helps get your combo started. We're playing 2 more Armed Dragon spells. Armed Dragon Blitz, you can target one Armed Dragon you control, and then special summon out a different monster with its name. So that is essentially how you cheat out the level 7. So just to read it out, you can target one Armed Dragon monster you control, take one monster with the same name from your deck or graveyard and add it to your hand, or special summon it ignoring its summoning condition. So you can target a 5, a 3, mainly a 10, and special summon out its counterpart. And then Armed Dragon Thunder is a continuous spell which protects your Armed Dragon monsters from being destroyed by card effect, but you have to send this to your graveyard. And you can target one Armed Dragon monster you control. It gains attack equal to its own level times 100. Or you can add one Armed Dragon monster from your graveyard to your hand, which is very important as you may draw a brick. You might have to discard it to activate one of their effects, and you can use this to add it back to your hand. So they are the Armed Dragon cards. Let's get into some funny level 7 Wind Dragon cards that you can play because of level 5's effect. So we're playing one Noru, Ares the Vernal Dragon. one Tempest, as it's the best generic wind dragon, and one Heavenly Zephyr. So they're all level 7s, which is the main reason we'll be using them, but they do share really good effects in the GY, or negates, which we'll get into now. So Noru, if this card is in your graveyard, you can send a level 5 or higher monster from your hand. We have a lot of them to special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by card effect, which is really good, you can banish one card your opponent controls. So if you just get this card in the field and your opponent doesn't read it, you can banish one card they control. Really annoying. We know what Tempest does. It can banish dragons or wind monsters from your graveyard or hand to special summon itself, and it's a level 7 extender. Heavenly Zephyr is a really unique card that you can add to your hand if you say already have enough discard fodder, or you already open one of the level 7 armed dragons, so you can add this as a form of disruption on your opponent's turn. So what it does is, this activation cannot be negated. If your opponent special summons a monster with 2k or more attack from the extra deck, you can special summon this card from your hand and then target one monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, and neither player can activate that monster's effects. So you don't have to target the card that was used to special summon this card, so you can target a different card. So it's a really unique form of monster negate, and it's level 7 and it's searchable. And what other deck would you get to play it in realistically? So let's go on to a funny package we are playing, but I could not refuse. We're playing one Elemental Hero Neos and 3 Neos Fusion. So anyone from early Duel Links will recognize Neos Fusion. Elemental Hero Neos is just a brick to get us to some really funny monsters in your extra deck. And Neos Fusion locks you into fusion and summoning, so you'll be activating this card last. So you can special summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by sending 2 monsters, including an Elemental Hero Neos, from your deck to the graveyard. So really funny card, and I will show you what you go into that in the extra deck really soon. The last of the monsters in the deck, we are playing 3 Kashtira Fenrir and 3 Ghost Mooner and Moonlit Chill. So obviously Fenrir is just a really good card to open, special summon itself, to then add a Fenrir to your hand, which can be really important as it adds a monster for you to discard to activate the armed dragon monster's effects. And also if your opponent activates a monster effect, or if this card declares an attack, you can banish one card they control. So Moonlit Chill is a really unique card that you don't usually get to play, but it has a unique synergy in our deck, being it's a level 3 tuner, which you can use to get out our one Synchro monster we play in the extra deck, spoiler alert, and it is also a wind. So if your opponent special summons a monster from face up, you can discard this card, target one of those face up monsters, negate its effects, and if that face up monster leaves the field, you inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. So really good card, interesting form of monster negate, and it's a wind, which is important for Tempest. So that is the last of the monsters. Let's go into some spells, and it is a spell heavy deck. So this deck is really good at breaking boards. That's what it does. It has really good OTK potential. So along with that, we're playing 1 Harpy's Feather Duster and 2 Lightning Storm to get over them pesky back row decks or attack position monsters. I chose to play 3 Dark Rule and more, as you know, it is really good at breaking boards, and that's what you're trying to do. But you don't really want to use something like Forbidden Droplet, as you're getting stuff out of your hand, and keeping cards in your hand, particularly monsters, is really important in this deck for your Armed Dragon combos. So 3 Dark Rule and more, and to go along with that, 3 Dark Hole. So yeah, if you Dark Hole someone after you've activated Dark Rule and more, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just draw the out. And then for some more spells, we're playing 3 Pot Prosperity and 1 Callboy. We're obviously playing Callboy. So I think it's a 42 card deck, but you're playing 3 bricks, so the extra 2 cards, it's okay. So Pot of Prosperity, you're not super attached to your extra deck in this deck, and it's okay. There's a number of targets that you can send that you probably won't use. It does have the damage that you deal this turn, but you know, you need to dig sometimes to get your combo going, and Callboy is Callboy. So that's it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. So straight away in the extra deck, we're going to start off with some funny fusion monsters that you can get off Neos Fusion. So we're playing 1 Armed Neos, which is huge. That is a theme in this deck. Most of the boss monsters, there's a few of them, are over 3k. So right off the bat, Armed Neos is 3,500 attack And if this card is special summoned, you can choose one dragon monster you control in your graveyard and destroy all monsters with equal to or less than its level. So most of the time you will be sending the OG Armed Dragon to make this card with your Neos, and you will destroy any monster under level 10. Also, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, during the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this card and special summon one elemental hero fusion monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning requirements conditions, which is obviously insane. What are the targets we're playing for that? Is one elemental hero Shining Neos Wingman. Insane card. So again, it's 3-1 starting off, but it gets bigger, a team in this deck. So gains 300 for each monster in your graveyard, so it's going to be huge. If this card is special summoned, you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of different attributes on the field. So you can pop, 2, 3, at least one card. And then if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can also inflict battle damage equal to their original attack. So, that's just insane. And just to top it off, for its third effect, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then our third target we're playing, which what other deck would you get to play this in, is one elemental hero Cosmoneus. This card is disgusting. So its summon cannot be negated when it's special summoned, or its effects cannot be activated in response to this card summon. Your opponent cannot activate card effects for the rest of the turn. It's just an insane card. It does go back to the extra deck in end phase, but who cares? Your opponent's not activating cards or effects the turn you summon this ridiculous monster. For our one lone Synchro, we're playing one Baron de Fleur that will go in with our Moonlit Chill and any of our multiple level 7s. We know Baron does pop, negate, standby phase, special summon. Great card. It's also a wind which could pop up, but yeah, one Baron, insane card. For our level 7s, or rank 7s, because we're playing a lot of level 7s, we're playing one Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. There are a few ways to burn in time in this deck, this being one of them. 500 every time your opponent activates an effect, and also it cannot be destroyed by card effects. We're playing one Big Eye to Steal, one Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. Doesn't matter because you're just immediately overlaying Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon Overlord. If it has this as XYZ material, attack 3 times for 3k, 9k of damage. As I said, you can OTK in this deck if you really want it. And then as we're playing XYZs, we're playing the one Zeus. Some links now. One Link Haribo. As I said earlier, we're playing Dark Hold specifically for people Ibly locking you. That's still going on in my locals. Worst comes to worst, you're not playing a Cyberus player, it's the first target you send off Prosperity. One IP Masquerade to go into your Little Knight. Heretic Seal as we're playing Dragons. And one card that's interestingly really hard for some decks to out is one Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. So if you special summon this card with a level 7 or higher monster, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. Also, it cannot be targeted by your opponent. That is just insane. This card gains 1500 attack when it destroys a monster, or it can make a second attack during the next battle phase, or it can banish one card on the field. So, insane card. Now, the last card we're playing is one Access Code Talker. So, obviously, Access Code is just an insane card. You can potentially spam out a load of monsters, and yeah, it's the last card in our extra deck just to finish off your opponent. So that's it, guys. Please check out the links in our description. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for more deck profiles. I promise Sean, Carl, or someone other than myself will be doing a deck profile soon. You know yourself, it's Christmas time, we're getting busy. Stay tuned and see ya.